The United Nations has condemned the killing of a 21-year-old medic who was shot while treating the injured during the Gaza protests. Razan al Najar was shot dead by Israeli forces while carrying out her humanitarian duties with the Palestinian Medical Relief Society, PMRS. Her funeral in the Gazan city of Khan Younes on Saturday drew thousands of people. She was hit by live ammunition fired by Israeli forces while trying, with other first medical workers, to reach those injured during protests close to Israel's perimeter fence. Ms. Najar was taken to a trauma stabilisation point and then to the European Gaza Hospital, where she died. 3 others in her team were also injured. The UN humanitarian coordinator in the region, McGoldrick, said, "Healthcare workers must be allowed to perform their duties without fear of death or injury." The killing of a clearly identified medical staffer by security forces during a demonstration is particularly reprehensible. It is difficult to see how it squares with Israel's obligation as occupying power to ensure the welfare of the population of Gaza. The latest incidents come on top of an already large number of attacks on healthcare personnel reported between 30 March and 27 May. Some 245 health workers and 40 ambulances have been affected by such attacks, according to data provided by the Palestinian Ministry of Health, the Palestinian Red Crescent Society, PMRS, and the Union of Health Work Committees. Many of these were hit by live ammunition. The UN's High Commissioner for Human Rights, Heenan, said, reports suggest that she was shot in the back about 100 meters from the fence. Under international human rights law, which applies in this context along with international humanitarian law, lethal force may only be used as a last resort and when there is an imminent threat of death or serious injury. It is very difficult to see how Razan posed such a threat to heavily armed, well-protected Israeli forces in defensive positions on the other side of the fence. The World Health Organization, WHO, has called for the protection of health workers and patients at all times. Dr. Gerald Rockenschaub, head of the agency in the Occupied Palestinian Territory, said, "Today, our thoughts are with the family of Razan and with our colleagues from the PMRS. Such attacks on healthcare must not happen, and we need to enhance our efforts to ensure the protection of our frontline health workers. There are clear obligations to safeguard healthcare under international law, and these must be respected." Israel has said it is investigating the killing.It has consistently condemned the rallies as a cover for Hamas to attack soldiers at the border. More than 115 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli army fire since they began in late March.